Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Hi. I'm so happy to see you all. So as we're all settling in and getting started, go ahead and pop your desire for today, either right now for the playroom or for the rest of the day. Pop your desire for today into your chat and let that be the thing that you're holding sacred in your mind as we move through the practice for today. Okay, awesome. Let's start our day off with confidence. I'm Minna Taylor. Welcome to the playroom. So today we are going to be playing with expression. So let's first understand why expression matters. So communication is a physical activity. So that means we got to exercise it. We have to, in order to understand our full expressive potential, condition our bodies toward expression. And because we have habits around limiting our expression, we have to show our bodies what our full expressive potential is. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. It's important in virtual meetings. We really want to captivate our audience. We want to be dynamic on screen. We still want to be authentic, but we have to dial it up a little bit because so much information is lost. So expression is going to be fundamental in this virtual landscape. Expression communicates a tremendous amount of information to your audience. So beyond verbal, we put a lot of emphasis on words, y'all, and it don't matter that much. So beyond the verbal, we have our vocal, and we have our gesture, and we have movement, we have that body language. So that is going to be a huge piece of the puzzle in terms of getting your message across. Also, it's going to make your message more powerful. So you can see what I'm doing with my gesture here. Imagine if I was just staying still and not doing anything with my face either. Expression is necessary to keep your message alive and keep your audience engaged. So today we're going to focus on 3 different parts of expression. We're going to focus on face, hands, and hips. I'm going to walk you through a practice on how to consider those 3 elements, how to express those 3 elements, and then how to bring those elements together to really get a little playful with it toward the end. I'll keep reminding you, but most important thing here, breathe. Breathe, don't die. I don't want that on my conscience. All right, here we go. So first I'm going to invite you, feel yourself in the space, wherever you are. Maybe you just rolled out of bed, you just popped this on. Amazing, welcome. I'm just gonna stand here and I'm gonna take a second just to feel myself in my body, right? We are not our bodies. So when we come out of sleep, when we start the day, in order for our heads to meet our hearts, we have to get in our bodies. Just going to take a couple breaths here, standing, feeling my feet on the ground, feeling my body nice and present in the space, in this world, alive. Thank you, body, for taking me through today, all those things. Now let's focus on the face. So here's the pattern we're going to use for our face, for our hands, and for our hips. We're first going to observe, then we're going to engage, then we're going to express. So with our face in neutral, I simply want you to observe. So just notice, right? Notice is another name for observe. Notice what you notice. Maybe your jaw's a little tight. Maybe your forehead's a little tight. Maybe your lips are a little tight. See if you can bring it all into neutral. It ain't attractive, but it's effective. Floppy face. So bring it all into neutral. See if you can do as little as possible in the face. Excellent. Just breathe there. I'm breathing through the mouth here. If that's challenging for you, put your tongue on your lower lip. Until it's morning, I got the sun coming right through my window. Awesome. Now we're going to go to the hands. So we're simply going to observe the hands. Now the hands are interesting. Let me see if I can get to where you can see my hands. Here we go. The hands are interesting because we don't think about them often, but we use them all the time. And so we can develop a tremendous amount of habit and tension in the way our hands are activated. You've probably seen people just standing still and maybe like gripping a little bit. Totally unnecessary and impacts the body in surprising ways that ultimately make it ineffective for us to be expressive, to be authentic, to be as present as possible. Simply clenching a fist can do that. So let's bring our attention there. Yeah. Just going to notice right now, I noticed that the big meaty muscle part right between my thumb and my forefinger feels got some energy coursing through. It feels a little tense. And really just letting, again, coming into neutral, letting all those fingers just dangle, 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 dangle. Amazing. Then I'm going to observe my hips. Now we're not talking these hips, lady hips. We're talking these hips, our skeletal hips. We have a tremendous amount of connective tissue, soft tissue. This is the point between our upper body and the lower body, that connecting point. So we tend to retract there. We're also sitting. Oh, so much of the day. Some days I get up at the end of the day and I'm like, holy shit, I've been sitting for like 6 hours. Now I do weird sits. If you've ever been on a meeting with me, you see me do like a bunch of weird sits because I'm like, let's get those hips active. But let's take some time now to really just stand on our hips and feel them. So can you feel them expand up as you ground your feet down? Awesome. So that's observing, simply noticing what you notice. Now we're going to move into engage. So with the face, we're simply going to engage the face, the muscles of the face in really simple ways. So coming from neutral, I'm simply going to oh yeah, that felt weird. You're probably like, oh my God, what is she doing? What? This is a challenge for you. Pop it in the chat. I'll take note of it. We'll like keep going with it. And I'm going to challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone here. By the way, if you haven't watched the welcome video, please do that. That's going to outline exactly what you can expect from these sessions, the rules of engagement, etc. The point of all of this. And so I encourage you to pop over and watch that welcome video. Here we go. Keep breathing. Down one more time. Make some vibration if you want. And bring it back to neutral. Now we're going to do the same thing with our hands. So hands in neutral, we're simply going to express, so full extension here. I'm really feeling the full expanse between all of my fingertips, and then I'm going to retract. And I'm doing this up here for you, but I'm going to encourage you to do it down by your side. So clenching into fists and expanding all the way. Keep breathing. Are you tensing your butt? Are you tensing your belly? And bring them in, retract, and expand. Awesome. Let that go. And then we're going to bring it to the hips. So hips, I'm just going to move it from side to side and front and back. Side to side, front to back. side to side, front to back. So our hips are ball and socket joints. So they actually have remarkable mobility if we condition them to take full advantage of their skeletal structure. Side to side, front to back, side to side, front to back. Keep breathing. Excellent. Now we're going to move into expression. So you're probably thinking, Minna, we just did that. I was fully expressed. Oh, so you thought. This is where the play comes in. So just because we say, oh, I can get that big, when we approach moments of uncertainty, when we approach moments of challenge, when we are called to rise to the occasion, which I guarantee one of those will happen to you today, does your body retreat or expand? And play is going to be the secret ingredient to help you meet that moment with ease and purpose. So play is an important factor. You will feel silly, lean into the silly. So here's my face. Now I'm going to move into expression. So it's not a, I'm really giving it some personality, a point of view. I'm fully engaging and then coming back. So I'm moving right to the edge where I'm meeting that moment and then coming back. We will never do this in real life. This is about conditioning the body to move outside of our comfort zone. And when it comes to habits of communication, we have to expand beyond so that we can settle somewhere that feels actually authentic to us. Ready? You're gonna do the same thing with the hands. Here we go. One more time. Here we go, last time. And now with our hips, we're gonna move it real big. Yeah, so we're gonna take those big hip circles. So instead of doing side, side, front, back, we're gonna do the whole thing. Nice and big. And in order to do this, you gotta widen your stance so you maintain that balance. Keep breathing, y'all. Go in the opposite direction. Oh yeah, if you just got out of bed or if you're about to get into a really long day of work, holy buckets, this is going to get you prepped and prepared to meet today with confidence. Now we're going to bring them all together. Ready? Other side. So I'm really opening up my face here. I'm expanding on my arm. I'm getting my hips engaged. Here we go. Last one. Whoo, yeah. All right. If at any moment you're like, fuck no, I'm out, register that. That's information. That's the friction point where I want you to lean into and challenge yourself. How can you lean in to make this moment matter? All right, awesome. Whoo. That's all for now. Do you want to play again? Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll be going live from there. Invite others to come and play with us. Next session, we'll play around with asking for what you need. Now go forth in confidence. Thanks for playing with me, everybody.